What's up, everyone? Thanks for watching Mod. I haven't done a video in a while, so I've been posting a lot of flight videos, but I haven't done like an information or tutorial video in a while. So I wanted to do that. I basically wanted to cover the Immersion RC 150 MiniVortex, or the Vortex 150 Mini. There's many ways you could say it. No pun intended, Mini. So as you can see here, I have some different props on here than what comes stock with it. Comes stock with HQ props, 3x3s, 3-inch props that are very nice. They work very well, but they are very, they're not that durable. They break pretty easily, I found. But they fly very well, and they're not expensive. They're not that expensive, so whatever. But I have been experimenting with some other props, and we're going to cover that a little bit. Here you can see I have some Racecraft 4-blade 3-inch props on the PNP version, and I really like these. I actually have been enjoying them a little bit more than the 3-blade props, so I've left them on there. And I got my first nick today in the props. I've been flying a lot with these, and I haven't lost a single prop. I haven't even damaged one, although today I flew through some tree branches, and I got a little tiny nick there, but not enough to make me want to change the props yet. So they're still rocking, looking good. This quad has basically I've been flying the piss out of it and enjoying it. This one I did fly when I first got it, and now this is kind of my backup, and so I'm letting that one stay real nice. And on here I have Lumineer 3x3-inch props, a clear set, and I'm going to test those out, see how I like them, and if I like them I'll go ahead and order some more. But I just got one set of the Lumineers, and I got a few sets of the 4-blade props because I was looking for those and I wanted to try them out. So I'm very happy with those. These I will try to do a test flight tomorrow, and I'll give you guys some commentary on what I think of the Lumineer props. They do seem to be a bit more durable than the HQs, from just the way I feeling them and looking at them, but I don't know about performance or handling, so that'll be interesting to see. I wanted to talk about this quad because I had some issues with the very first one I bought. With Get FPV, I had 2 sent out that had faulty right motors, so I wasn't going to have them send me a third one out that was possibly faulty. So I went to Immersion's RC's service, and they took good care of me. I had to send my quad down to Southern California. I live in Northern California, so that was really convenient. Good job, Immersion. And they had it for, I don't know, a week or 2 tops, and they got it back to me. And that was huge because, look, I understand. Okay, it says here, right here, if you read the box, where is it? I thought this was funny. Okay, here. See the Swiss flag here? Designed in Switzerland, manufactured in, where's that? China? I've never heard of that place. I don't know what China is, but that's where it's put together, and totally messing with you guys. So it's manufactured in China. So as you know, they are, that's pretty much where you have to go to get anything manufactured because of the cost. But sometimes the quality control, a lot of times the quality control is not the best there. So you're saving money, which you kind of have to do to survive in the market, but you're running the risk of having them come out with batches that maybe aren't perfect. Maybe that a whole batch came out with faulty right front ESCs. I don't know. But the thing is that what they're doing is not easy, and I recognize and respect that. And this product is incredible. There is an amazing amount of technology loaded into this. And it is a phenomenal, it just blows me away. which is why I got two of them. I was thinking about getting a 250 size quad, and I scrapped that whole idea. I bought a second one of these to have as a backup, and I'm just going to rock the 150. I'm just in love with this MiniQuad. And I'm going to tell you why. It's right on the side of the box as well. Right there, where it says weight. See that 249 grams? That means it's a toy. You don't have to register this with the FAA. This is under the weight limit for what is required to register. So you can fly it, well, not wherever you want, but yeah, pretty much it's a toy. You can fly where you want. You don't have to have special, airfield or deal with their BS. If they give you a problem, tell them you're following the laws. This is, as far as the law is concerned, a toy. And it's under the weight limit, so you don't have to register it. And you have the ability to fly it pretty much where you want. So that is really cool, and something to me that really made the difference between going for a 250 and just sticking with the 150. Because quads, drones, all this stuff is kind of a hot topic in going on right now. There's a lot of fear and hysteria being driven by the media, and people have about the intelligence of a potato generally in this country. So you have a lot of idiots and a lot of dumb people, giving false information and generating negativity for something that is actually extremely positive. This is this is technology. This is the advancement of our species. This is everything that is cool about humanity. And this thing is loaded. I'm just blown away by this thing. Every time I fly it, I'm taken back a little bit, and I've been really happy since I've gotten this back from service. I haven't had a single issue. It's been just rock solid. So thank you, Immersion, for making sure that the brand new product I purchased was a functioning quad. And that's why I spend my money with Immersion twice. This is pretty much your top of the line, ready to fly racing quad. The Vortex is it. There's a whole lot of shit out there. And I do think that your closest competitor is going to be a TBS, because Team Black Sheep has the brand recognition, and they have the proprietary technology that allows them to be right up on par with this. That if you were looking for something comparable to this, but it isn't exactly, because it's a full, it's a 5-inch quad, so you would have to register it. But what is it, the QQ190 or something like that? Like Quad Concepts, it's really just an X-frame loaded with TBS parts, and it's fucking ballin'. Now, if I do get another mini quad, that'll probably be what I'm looking at next. But I really don't need one right now. I'm really happy with what I got, and I'm looking to really just master acro and air mode flight with this quad and improve my piloting skills to the point where I feel like I could go into a freestyle competition if I wanted to, even though it's not about competition to me at all. I do this purely for the enjoyment of the hobby, and it's actually therapy for me. I've gone through a lot of baloney in my life, especially over the last few years, and FPV and flying drones, quads, and wings has been a godsend for me, because it's been able for me to channel my attention and energy in a positive way, and ignore basically the abuses and the crap that was being thrown at me nonstop by some malicious parties. So I love it. I love the hobby, and I love flying. I really have not, I'm still a noob. I really have only been flying a racing style mini quad for not long. I bought it less than 2 months ago, and for a month almost, it was getting fixed. So I maybe had it for a week or two, and then I had to ship it out, and then I didn't get my the second one was on back order, and they're actually out of stock already again. So I'm glad I picked up one while I could. And this one I got, I want to say, at the very end of the month of April. So I've only had it for, even though, you know, I ordered it a while ago and paid for it, but I didn't get it until just a little bit ago. Absolutely fantastic quad. Let's go into just why it's so incredibly awesome. You have, I found the Immersion RC the Tramp, the VTX, is a fabulous VTX. It works incredibly well. And I also like its adjustability. I actually fly with a 350 milliwatt mode, and that's what I fly around on. And you know what? I'm not stomping on anyone's signal. There's a lot of misinformation out there about, I mean, you know, crappy VTXs and stuff will bleed over more and stuff, and depends what antennas you know. There's a lot of different factors, but for the most part, you know, as long as you are on separate, you know, bands or channels, as long as you separate properly, you shouldn't have a real hard time flying with people, even if they're using, you know, a little bit higher than 200 milliwatts, maybe even 600 milliwatts. I don't know. 600 is probably a little high, but 350 to me is fine. I get the range I need. I can really get out there far, and I'm not, you know, but it also has 25, 200, and even 600 milliwatt availability. So if I do go out, let's say I'm out in the open space and I'm really going to push the distance on this, I can crank it up to 600 milliwatts. That's how it comes. It's just stock. You know, so we got a fully adjustable VTX, and I can get that extra range I want. The PNP version, these both have Spectrum diversity receivers in them, auto bind, and this one comes with it pre-installed. This one I put in myself, and you can see I taped the antennas up. Just, I don't know. I probably don't need to do that, but they've been there for a while, and I don't really feel like moving the tape, and they really hold them nicely up on the sides. And I have never had any problem with losing transmission. The only time I ever lost signal and had my quad drop into the grass was when someone powered up their transmitter right next to where I was flying, and and they had a Spectrum transmitter just like me, so that explains it. And they had a DX18, like the top of the line stuff, probably super powerful, and just landed in the grass. That's cool. No harm, no foul. I found my quad, but it freaked me out. I was like, what is that? What happened? Because this thing is so dialed in and so bulletproof. I mean, you fly these, I fly it, and it's like, if anything doesn't go right, it's like, what is that? Because it's so dialed in. Comes with a shorty antenna. This one's kind of taking a little bit of a beating, but it's still rocking good. And this one's brand new. I did experiment. I put a Spectrum Tricera antenna on the back, which is, it's a full length, but it's not that much longer. Really good video reception. It was just crystal clear with that Spectrum. But I think that does maybe affect the CG just a slight bit because it is a bit bigger antenna, but not really noticeable in flight. So, yes. The only really, like, the only negative I could find on this quad was the little rubber dampener they put in for the USB port. I mean, this thing is so awesome. It really is incredible. Easy to access with your hex wrench. You got eight bolts up top, and the whole thing comes apart. And then you have 1.5 millimeter back here, 4 for each motor, and another 8 on the back plate. So just wow. I mean, it's really incredible. But you can see I lost my rubber grommet for the USB on both of them, and it's so funny because it's a great idea, right? You have this rubber grommet that fits in there so you can keep it clean in there. But any type of flying at all, that thing, the vibrations, it's just, it's gone. So you're better off to actually take it out and leave it in the box. And then like when you're storing your quad, put it in. But it really won't sit in there. It won't stay in when you're flying. So I recommend that you please do not leave that in there when you're flying. So yes, I do highly recommend these Racecraft props. I found mine on Get FPV. They come with a cool sticker. Here's some really nice cool blue ones I got. And another set of purple. And they were, you know, I am fully for supporting your hobby shop. I have a box, a lot of HQ props. These are all from my hobby shop. But they don't have the Racecraft props at all in that size. They only have the 5-inch Racecraft props. And the other benefit was this was like $3 or $4, where in the hobby shop this would probably be $7. So you save quite a bit of money by buying it online. And everyone's like, this looks like porn, or they made some funny comments. I love it. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Look at these guys and their cone heads, and must be interesting. It's just funny. It just cracks me up. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We will let you know what I think of the clear luminaires, and to me, this is the MiniQuad of 2017. Clear winner. The coolest, badass, most interesting, innovative, perfect, ready to fly MiniQuad of 2017 is the Immersion RC 150 Mini. Yay! So thanks for watching. I'm not going to drone on too much longer. It's about 17 minutes here. So we will have some really cool... I did some... Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, and then we'll end it. It has a CMOS camera in it and a full-size camera. That's another thing that makes this so awesome, because it's a mini, but it has the full-size camera. And that CMOS camera in it is really, really nice. I did some low light night testing today, and I'm going to go ahead and post that DVR footage once I'm done with this video. And you can fly this at night as long as there is like some light posts and some other stuff around to give you some light reference. The visibility through my Fat Sharks and when I just cranked up the brightness and contrast a little bit was incredible. It was like totally, like when I took off the goggles, it's like I can't fly in this, but when I put them on, I could see everything. It was like I could fly at night, and it was really cool. So the low light and night capabilities of this camera and MiniQuad are excellent. That's it. Thanks for watching, Mod, or Puppet. Yeah, Puppet Master. That's what I'm changing my name to once Google will let me change my name again. All right, take care, guys.